Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How have you been? How is the family? How is everyone around you? It's been a roller coaster for Nigerians, for each and every one of us for the past few weeks. It's been there. It's been emotional. It's been traumatic, and we cannot deny the fact that it's been a painful experience, for most of us. But most importantly, we're grateful that we are here. We're grateful to life. We didn't have the show last week because we just needed time to understand what was going on around us and to pause a little and, give moments of silence to our fallen heroes, the young and able, the energetic, the amazing young Nigerians, that spoke up and did the right thing, by saying, no, we don't want this anymore. And we would say that for our loved ones, for our dear young ones that passed on, we do not take your sacrifice for granted. I stand with all Nigerians on Aderonke Live Show to say that we pray that your souls rest well, and we pray that God will give comfort to your loved ones. We felt the pain, and so we can understand what they went through. And so we know that the freedom is almost there, and we are getting it by the grace of God. And for every Nigerian, let's keep the drive. Let's keep making it happen. The Nigerian of our dream will come to pass. Definitely will come to pass. So good to have you guys on the show. So fantastic to hear from you again. I miss you guys. You don't miss me. I miss every one of you guys. I miss reading your comments. I miss hearing your views. I miss, smiling, doing all my funny faces. It's been a while, but we are good. We are back. We are back. We thank God, and we know that it will end in praise. Like we say, it's a Nigerian slang. It will end in praise. And tonight, we have amazing young Nigerians, young entrepreneurs, the amazing people, risk taker, like we call them. This fantastic young woman. Can you see her there? Yes, Oluwaseyifunmi Oladimeji-Olatoye is a lawyer. She's an entrepreneur. She's a co-partner of TagGroup, and she has other stream of businesses under the TagGroup: the Tag Credit, the Tag Food, the Tag Chambers, and the Tag Fix It. Amazing young lady. She'll be sharing her journey of entrepreneur with us. We'll get to know all her challenges, all her success stories, and how the journey has been for Oluwaseyifunmi. And she's a graduate of University of Ibadan. Yes, I went to UNAT, and she's doing amazing work. We're so proud of this young lady, and we just had to bring her on the show so that we can learn one or two things from our journey. And we have another great young man, handsome young man, very handsome young man, my brother, my friend, Abimbola Ashimolowo. The first time I spoke with him, I was like, "Are you Pastor Ashimolowo's son?" And he was just my said, I get to hear that all the time. I am sure every time he gets to speak that. But he's an amazing young man, and we are so proud of him, trying to put his head on his shoulders and doing great works with his business. Can you see him? You see that did not just make mouth. Let me try and put the screen for you. Like my mom would say, "Is Dudu Yemi?" Dudu Yemi with the white teeth. Amazing young man. So Abimbola will be sharing with us his journey of entrepreneurship, how it's been for him, his lessons, and what one or two things we will gain from him. And so join me as I welcome these amazing young Nigerians, these fantastic risk takers with me, Oluwaseyifunmi. Oluwaseyifunmi, hello, sis, how you doing?
Hi.
Welcome
Hi.
to Aderonke Live Show. It's good to have you on the show. We are displaying all your beautiful works: tax credit, tax fix it, tax chambers, tax foods, and tax yes, I think I said all. Tax group. Yes, that's the everything. It's good to have you on the show. How have you been?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, Oluwaseyifunmi is not feeling too well today, but she just had to make it to be on the show, and I'm so grateful. I'm honored that she gave that consideration to our request, and it's so fantastic to have her. Also with me is my brother, my friend, amazing young man. I tell you, Abimbola's customer service is extraordinary. It's amazing. You can't just get angry with him. He knows how to pacify his customers, and I personally learned that from him, and I'm sure you have a lot more to learn from him. Join with me, Abimbola Ashimolowo. It's good to have you, Bimbo. Good to have you on the show.
Yeah,
How have
thank you
you
very
been?
much.
How have you been?
Oh, we've been good. Trying to keep our heads low and cross look at the road before we cross. So I mean,
Yes, so it's
it's,
very
it's
important.
very
Good.
it's very very
I like
important.
yes,
It's
it's
been a
good.
bit tough.
It's
I
good to
mean,
have you guys on the show. It's been a while on the show,
thank
and
you
you
very
guys are
much.
doing the reopening after the long break, and it's
Yes, yes,
fantastic that we actually we were deliberate about it, that we wanted to have the young entrepreneurs because of what has been going on in our nation. The young
yes,
men and women have been the ones picking up, and this is just to portray that we have amazing young Nigerians that are trying to make a living, a
yes,
legitimate living, and doing the right thing for themselves.
yes.
So share with me your background. Let's start with Sheifumi. Oluwaseyifunmi, how did you start? I know you're a barrister, but a barrister with 4 companies, how?
All right. It's not just me. It's not just about me. First, it's about purpose. It's about the vision. It's about the dream, and most importantly, about God. Like we learned that when your dream is not something that is bigger than you, then you are not yet dreaming.
Yeah,
Tag actually was something that God gave me as far as sonnet level, University of Ibadan. That's the hack of God. That's the abbreviation that Tag came out from. And then the idea of having my firm has always been there, even though I was planning that at least I'm going to have like 5 years work experience before I start, but apparently I started at 3 years. Just 3 years to score when I started. And it all started when I wanted to start my master's in University of Ibadan. I was working as head of chambers in a law firm in Maryland, Lagos. And I approached my boss that, oh, I want to start my master's. Fine, he knew about it before I got the form. I told him I got the form, but the admission didn't click the year I got the form. So when the admission finally came up, I I approached him and was like, wow, we can't have you working and be going to Ibadan to and fro and then like that. So make a choice, resign. So I resigned, and at the same time I couldn't apply for other jobs because every other firm will give me the same excuse of and I can't hide that fast. And people were like, don't tell them. I said, no, I can't do that. So I couldn't really apply at that time. One day I was just in my room. I was single. I was jobless. All I had was running a master's course in Ibadan. And there were days that I didn't even have my transports to transport my spine. I had savings at the initial stage. I was running on my savings like that. But I think few months after the resignation, the idea, I just remember what I had, an experience I had with a friend of mine, Victor Aiko. He came to my office, Maryland, and to visit me. I was like, Sheifumi, can't you start your own law firm? I was like, hey, bros, calm down now. What
Calm
is
down.
this? I'm not yet there. Maybe in the next 5 years I could consider it, but now, no, no, no.
No way.
So the thing just flashed back to me that day in my room, and there was a lock-up shop in my parents' house that we've not let out for a while. So the next thing I did was to move all the electronics in my room, my rug, my TV, my laptop, my fridge, everything in my room. I moved it down to the shop, and I got a printer to print me. After that day I had 3,000 naira in my account. So I got a printer to print me the banner for 1,000 naira, and I placed it in front of the shop law office with my phone numbers. I think the remaining 2,000, I just used it to travel to Ibadan the next month or something. I can't remember what I spent to make 2,000 naira, but that was it. The next day, I reopened like a day like this. The next day, the first client that walked into my office was my office, which is a shop, a very small shop, was like a neighbor wanted to prepare an agreement, and she was offering me 3,000 naira. And I can't forget because she was my first client, and even though the amount was far, far below what I would have charged if I was in my HOC office in Maryland. But I took it because I know that it's just the beginning of the journey. And from there, we didn't even spend up to 2 months in that office. What funny enough was that at that time, I could not even afford to pay them my master's school fees. Because I thought my parents were going to sponsor me. Later, my dad was like, no, we are still trying to send your brother for this course. You just calm down. Then you take care of it next year. So From that office, I was able to raise my master's school fees, get a better office, like a mini office, and then we moved. Like probably 2 months, I think it was 2 months that we spent in a shop, and then we moved. We decided we keep going from there. We've had our challenges, but thank God today we are in a better place.
Oh, awesome.
So
Awesome.
that chamber, yes.
That's fantastic. Imagine from a shop, from a one page printout from 6,000 naira. Awesome. Like they always say, capital is never the challenge to start a dream. Your story is just confirms that you don't have to have a huge capital to start. That's fantastic. And that shop has been there for years, in your father's house.
Locked up. We actually don't let it out. It's been locked up. It was given to, I think, my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, to use, and she was like, she's not really into it, so she locked it up.
Can you imagine? And we call it's us that we are calling it a shop. Some people live in, yes, we are the one calling it a shop. Some people's room is that size of a shop, the so-called shop. So
Yes,
it's whatever you make out of it that it is. If you turn the name and say an office space, it is. Because right now I'm used for offices, workstations are offices, and they are smaller than even a shop, so to speak. Thank you, Sheifumi. Thank you for sharing. That's fantastic. From a shop to a registered office, you were able to pay for your masters. That's amazing. That's awesome. Thank you. Let's come to Abimbola. Abimbola, why sports? Why sports business? Why merchandising? Why not what every young man will want to do? IT, project management, the things that give you that, that look. Why sports? Why merchandising?
Well, to be honest, if I'm to be honest, merchandising came in maybe just a few years ago. That was just something I just picked up.
So tell us the story. So what's the story behind it?
To be honest, the story behind it started probably 100 level, 200 level.
Okay.
Bowen University. I studied economics, to be honest.
Oh, you went to Bowen University?
Yes, Bowen University.
Fantastic. That school has produced great people, though. Great people.
Honest,
That's
to be honest.
Great,
yes.
Bowen. How do you guys greet yourself at Bowen?
Do we? Do we? Except I just went to school. I didn't pass through the school, to be honest.
Are you serious? Please, I need to hear that part. Please gist me. Gist me that part. You went to school, you didn't pass through.
I really did not pass through. I mean, Bowen universities were not now, but back in the days, it was just, how do I put it? It's just an also ground, to be honest. It's just an also ground where guys students let's just graduate, to be honest. That's how Bowen University was. I mean, the vibe back then. Let's just graduate. But was
it that it was too churchy? Was it that it was too churchy, or it was just there?
It wasn't. It's not the spiritual school. It is a church school, anyways, but it's not because it's Baptist. But it's not the vibe. The whole vibe wasn't. You must go to church, or you have to, anyways. You have to, but the vibe wasn't all that. The vibe wasn't that, to be honest. But one thing about Bowen University is they are blessed with students or young people who just want to hustle, who just have desires or have passions, and it just has to work. It just has to work. There's no other way.
Like that.
I mean, there are a few of my classmates who we all graduated together, and most are in IT or digital influencers or doing digital marketing or even fashion designers. I mean, Bowen is just blessed with young people who just know what they want, and it just has to work.
That's fantastic.
That's the grind, and to be honest, that's where the grind started from, and that's where the love for finding your own thing and having your own thing started, to be honest. Because from the beginning, I've always been.
Can I ask this, Bimbo? Is it that they tell you guys that before you finish the school, do they actually make it deliberate for you guys to find or you guys just, the environment just make you
the environment just makes you, because unlike Covenant, where they actually make you.
Yes,
exactly. They actually mold you into that.
You must, like I've gotten those feedback that you must create something for yourself.
say something for myself. Like Covenant and but Bowen is wasn't like that. They're just blessed with students who
Who
just
wants to? Who choose
exactly
to? Oh, but
exactly that's the word. Who choose to exactly. That's the word. Yeah.
that's
So I've always been a sports guy. I mean, my friends always say I watch basketball, watch football, watch what else do I watch? The NFL, that's American football, which is weird
okay.
for a Nigerian. So I'm just into sports. To be honest, I'm just into sports, and that's how we started. Uh, in 100 level or 200 level, myself and my younger brother, we were like, okay, he's a Liverpool fan and I'm an Arsenal fan, and we wanted
Okay.
to, as for fans, football fans, you have to wear the merchandise of your club.
Yes.
Back then, that's
That's the in
solidifies you
thing.
as exactly
Yes.
that solidifies you as okay, you
Are you a true
support
fan?
exactly. And we looked for places and we couldn't really find
Mm.
any place we found was maybe the actual Nike store, which
Mm.
is very expensive, to be honest.
Mm.
But I mean, to
Yeah.
each his own, but it's very expensive. So I just that was where the idea just came up that can't you just, I mean, find a can't you be a link or a bridge between merchandise, club merchandise, and
And the
the
people and the
common,
fans.
exactly, the common everyday football fanatic. And that was where it started. But being in school, I didn't really have that time to, because I was not even done with taking school serious, and I want to add something else to it. So I
Yeah.
mean, to be honest, I really didn't take school serious. I won't even lie. If my mom is watching this, I mean, sorry, I really didn't take school serious because that wasn't really my
If you
thing.
don't,
So
I like your sincerity, Bimbo. So if you did
I
not take
mean,
school seriously, what did you not take serious at that time?
to be
You
honest,
don't know.
that's
You're just
I
a young
really
man. How do they call that?
trying to enjoy my life.
You're just faji. You're just doing faji everywhere. You're just doing faji all
Oh my
over.
god. So I mean, so it wasn't really until 300 level when I
Mm.
found a place where I could get jerseys off. I found a plug where I could get jerseys. Then whenever I wear jerseys to school, whenever I take my jerseys to school, people were like, "Oh, that's really nice. Where did you get that from?"
Oh
Then
man.
okay, I try to link a few people up. Okay, this is where I got it from. This is where I got it from. So that's where it started. That's where
Mm.
it really started. Then after university and NYC, that was where it actually started. Now I can remember the day where a friend of mine, he's not in Nigeria anymore. Wale Bankole, shout out to Wale Bankole. He's in the US now. We
Okay.
walked the whole of Lagos Island, Yaba, Eko
Two
Market,
of you.
trying to find a legit connect that we could get.
Mm.
At that time, it didn't even click that okay, let's see what we can do maybe in
Two.
China or
Yeah.
Thailand or UK. It didn't even click at them. We just wanted to start something.
Mm.
That whole day on a Saturday, it was like I can't forget because to be honest, that's how we started. So we walked the whole of Ujolegba, Yaba, Surulere,
Mm.
Eko. Then at like 5 p.m. we decided okay, we listed out the few people that we could partner up with. Then we started communicating and that's how the business started. And like I told you in the past, TSG Arena didn't really start officially in
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah.
It didn't really start officially in 2015. That was when I decided, okay, even if you make little, even though you don't take it serious, but this is
Yeah.
something you can call your own,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you need to take it serious. You
Yeah. I
really
like
need to
that.
take it serious.
I
So
like
that
that.
was when a friend spoke to me. Yelifa Funsho. He spoke to me.
Oh, he's
We
the
did
one online. He's the one online, right?
actually I didn't want to say that. I wanted him to hear it himself. He was the one who spoke to me, and he is someone I actually look up to. He and
Oh,
Toby Ogundele, that's the Owambe community.
yeah.
They are people that I really look up to, and they're people that actually try to guide me in this space that we call business. So they were the
Oh,
ones who they were
shout
the
out
ones who
to
actually
you, Yele. Shout out to you, Oluwaseyifunmi Oladimeji-Olatoye. Shout
uh,
out to you guys for supporting our dear Bimbola. Fantastic. Fantastic. Go
so
ahead.
they were the ones who actually put me through and give me a few
Chief.
steps, exactly tips on how to register your business or how to handle this. And it was through Toby that I got that because you said it earlier, customer service. So
Yes.
I always tell people even though I'm in the merchandising business, but the most important thing for me is customer satisfaction. And that's one thing I tell people. You have to be friends. Maybe friends is a strong word, is a large word, but you have to have a relationship with your clients or your customers.
Let's come to that, Bimbo. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for mentioning that. We'll come to that. Those are part of the principles and the tips for business that the young ones need to learn. Because there's one thing I've noticed, that everybody's on a fast lane, and we need to pause and slow it down a little,
Everybody's trying
so
to
that
make it and trying to hammer.
the learnings along the way. Thank you for mentioning that. And I like the fact that you were very sincere with your beginning. I like the fact that you said that you don't even know whether you went through school or through school went through you. A whole lot of young guys out there can learn from. I'm sure a whole lot of people right now still in school are not even sure why they are in school.
Yes.
I hope they can get their learnings that it is not over till it is over, like they say. Yes, maybe the first few years in school you just didn't know why you're in school, and it's like overwhelmed. Like Bimbola, you can get it right with the right relationships, with the right people, and be back on track. So for those young guys out there listening to us, it is not over. You can get the learnings from the school. And like Bimbola said, you just need to be deliberate and say, okay, now we need to get serious. Now we need to, okay, the Faji is all over. Now it's time. You see, I didn't even know this part of yours. And like Faithful is the good girl, knowing what she wants from the beginning, just doing it. And you are like, let me use the word in quotes, the bad boy, trying to understand, am I still here or I'm not here? But along the way, I like the beautiful thing is that the two of you are meeting at a particular point, and the point is realizing purpose. So it doesn't matter the beginning you start from, whether the beginning was rough, whether the beginning was just straight or smooth. Like Sheifumi that knew what she wanted and she just followed. Straight from 200 level, she knew, she even got the name for her business. That's fantastic. Got the name for her business. Or like Bimbo, that you're just like, go big boy, you're just there, just enjoying life, But like we say on this show, the day you wake up to your dreams is your money, no matter the time, whether it's 40, whether it's 20, whether it's 30, as long as you're awake, but this is what I want to do, that's your money. Thank you, Bimbo, for sharing. I'm so grateful you shared that part. So balance it can be all smooth and all good girl, boy, and you can be all, in quotes, bad boy, but it doesn't mean over. We can still meet in success. Thank you, Bimbo. Thank you, Sheifumi. Sheifumi, let's come back to you. Share with us. Let me talk about the transition. Now you were able to now juggle, your TagGroup, chambers, your law firm, and along the line, where did you now get to realize that you're on track? Was there any major breakthrough for you to think that, okay, I'm doing the right thing? Did you have any doubt to say that you want to go back and get a paid employment? When did you know that, okay, stay here, don't go back? I don't know if you understand my question.
Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
So many times I really, really wanted to come back. So many times. Like I can't even. But the thing is, there was actually a time I was making application for jobs as heavy I thought my CV was. Nobody called me for even an interview. I didn't even receive any interview invites. Sometimes they will be like, wow, where are we going to pay this person? How are we going to pay this person? You understand? Because they felt like, no, we don't need this much. I was even ready to say, okay, fine. I will leave the business. As I remember, there was a situation I cited on Inspirational FM when I was there in the course of this week. That I applied, even Inspirational FM was first and only company that actually invited me for an interview. And when I got there, I passed all stages and all that. So finally, they were like, okay, before we employ somebody here, you need to meet our chairman one-on-one. So I met with the chairman. I went to his house to meet him. And he was like, hello, how are you doing? He looked at my CV and like, oh, what have you been doing in the last 2 years? I said, oh, actually, I was running my master's, but I actually opened a law firm by the side I've been managing. He said, how is the firm? I said, well, we are picking up 1 or 2 clients per day. And he was like, so what are you doing here? I said, I just want to do because I actually didn't started with the mind of starting. You know, I just found myself starting because of the situation of things. So the man was like, go back to what you have been doing. One day you'll be glad I said you should go back. I'm going to tell them to run other interviews and get somebody else. But you have started on a good note, go back. So that was how I had to go back again. And I started in 2 years down the line. That was a time we didn't even have an office. I was working from home. My staff were reporting to my house. As if for almost over a year. At those times, I was submitting CVs everywhere because I got discouraged. But no invites, not even one. So I was like, God, what's going on? I've done, to my calculation, I've done well for myself, you know.
Yeah.
What's going on? Like, did I ask you to go and be looking for a job? Better stay where you are. And I had to like pack well. And that was when I started seeing other angles that God wanted me to venture into. Until I was able to sit down. And like, okay, God, I'm here. This is where you want me to be. Finally, I am here. Now, what's next? Then I started seeing other angles that I could venture into, and that's what brought about the TagGroup of company today.
Awesome. That's awesome. Let's ask. So how are you managing
financially? Yeah, one thing is that starting was not rosy. There were a lot of times that we were broke, and there were times that we had so much that we didn't even know what to do with it. We had to say, we didn't plan for this money. What can we just quickly put it into so that it will be of good use? And there were times that we had. But one thing I've always been grateful for is the fact that no matter how tight it is, somehow, somewhere, a call will come in and things will change. I boast anywhere. I have never owed my staff salary. If it will take me the last penny in my personal account, I will make sure that I pay my staff. That's just it. So, but it doesn't mean that I've had so much over the years. No, there were times really that things were really tough. That I felt like, did I really make the right choice?
Oh, thank you.
Thank
you. I like the fact that you said that was much. That's awesome. Pay salary. Maybe. Yes. Maybe. Bimbo. Has it come a time that extremely low sales? Stop that. Let me just Has there been any time like that?
Of course.
Myself.
When there are some times where she would think about quitting or going back. I said it undertone. Like, I mean, that happens like at least once in 2 months or once a month. I mean, there are times where you would, like, for a week or two, not even a call or not even a WhatsApp message or, okay, please, I want to inquire about.
A week, no call.
No call, no inquiry. At least sometimes inquiries mean, okay, we are thinking about you.
Okay.
Or I mean, sometimes a week, 2 weeks, nothing.
Not even a single call.
Not even a single call. I mean, there's some times where you. But at the end of the day, this is what you love. This is what you have passion for.
What you love to do.
So I mean, what other choice do you have? You don't have any other choice. I mean, you just have to find ways. Maybe it's either marketing or word of mouth, or just tell people. I mean, you just have to find something. To just
when you have those low down moments, what do you now do to revive? To keep the business going.
Okay, mostly we our presence is mostly online. I want to say 80%. I want to say 80% online. 80% online. 80% online. So what we do is brands Instagram, Instagram, or Facebook, or Twitter, or just to push the brand a little bit, or just find maybe sponsor a show on radio, or sponsor like the sports crew at Nigeria Info. They are really good friends. Then
Okay.
there's another station in Ibadan as well. They are really good friends.
So
Crystal FM.
collaboration helps
Exactly.
you to try to
Exactly.
revive the business, to increase your
Exactly.
sales. So they help
Exactly.
you with visibility and with creating top of mind among your customers. That's
Exactly.
awesome.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. I
Exactly.
like that. So I'm trying to get Sheifumi, but Align is altering our, I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Sheifumi, can you,
Yes, I'm here.
your line is
Your line
altering.
is altering.
Let me see what is
Let me
going
see
on.
what is going on.
Okay, can you go off?
Okay, can you go off and come back? Okay, all right, I'll do it.
Go off and come back.
Go off and come back.
Okay, let me while we wait for Sheifumi, let me ask you, Bimbo. So
Okay.
share with us so when you do this, I like the fact I love it that you mentioned that you have influencers that you use, your friends
Yes.
from the radio, that you speak to. So that means you do promotion. You
Yes,
do
we do. Oh,
promotion
we love.
to increase
Yes,
your
we love.
sales.
Yes, we
So
love.
that's fantastic. So I hope entrepreneurs are listening to that. So that definitely there are going to be times that the business might look not like it anymore. The sales
Yes.
might be so down. So you don't
Yes.
have to give in or give up. The fact is
Yeah.
you need to create
That's
ideas,
the time. That's the
initiate
time
it.
when you have to find ideas, and I mean, don't just stay idle. That's the period where you have to zone in and say, okay, oh, what can I do different this time around? What can I do different this time around? So, I mean,
Awesome. Awesome. So share with us before Sheikumi comes back in. Family wise now, I know you're married and we
yes.
are hoping to have twins or triplets.
Everybody do.
We are hoping to have
Hopefully.
twins. Why are you scared? Are you scared?
No, I'm not scared. It's just funny. Everybody keeps saying that. So, I
Ninja boy
mean,
now. Ninja boys are never scared. You're Ninja boys. I'm sure that you have the mind, the liver to carry twin boys.
why? We did now. We did ground now. Nothing do us.
Yeah, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. So share with me, has it been juggling with other? I know you have other stuff that you do beyond
Yes.
TSG and all that, and with marriage and all that. How do you manage all of this together? And does your wife love sports? Does your wife love sports?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't love sport, but I've been noticing a little bit recently. She has been trying to pay attention,
I like that.
which is all you can ask for from a partner. Actually, she's trying to pay attention to. I mean, since we don't have a choice, when the match is on, I have to watch it. I don't. Me too. I don't have choice. I have to watch it. So I mean,
I like
so
that.
she tries to pay attention. I mean, if you phrases here and there. So I mean it's fun for me because
Oh,
when she tries to communicate, I try to laugh, but I can't laugh because I mean she's trying to put in her best. So she is really supportive. I mean when you get married to someone who I mean there's no stress, no she understands what
mm,
you're going through, even if like business is down, she knows when
mm.
you are down. So I mean, she tries to. And so I mean, it's as long as you have a peaceful home, every other thing will fall in place. To be honest.
Better thing can always follow. Fantastic. Thank you, Bimbola, for sharing that. I like the fact that she is also trying to make effort to understand what you do and the business, which is,
Yes.
it has to be both parties compromising,
Compromise.
have
Exactly.
to have the
Exactly.
goals achieved. So even in
Yeah.
business, is very key that couples need to understand that they need to, try to understand how it's going. So don't say because I don't love IT, my husband is the IT type, I don't have time. You have to bring that time.
Yeah.
You might not know it like he does, but at least have an idea. Now Sheifumi is
And
back with us. Let me ask Sheifumi, because she is doing like 5 businesses.
at,
She's a mom of 2 beautiful girls
which is
and
really
she's married
impressive.
to an IT person. So Sheifumi, what's up? How do
Yeah.
you manage all of this IT? And IT is not like just any IT. IT is like Coco, the thing right now. These guys are always on the system, always working, and you have
In
5
fact,
businesses, to run with, and you have 2 amazing apps. Is it active or hyper? Which level are they to work with?
they are hyper. They
They
are
are hyper.
much more than boys. As in, they are stronger than any boy I have seen.
Are you
Those two girls,
serious?
you don't want to go there.
I beg, hail
All
them
right.
for me. The girls' power, the girls' root, right? Allow them. To share with us, how do you manage all of this? Because I know a lot of young mothers out there who want to be like you, who want to do more than one stream of income, but just overwhelmed with one already. So they can't even think of having to. How have you been able to cope?
Yeah, first and foremost is the fact that I I try as much as I can to make my schedule not to run into my family time. You understand? There are days that, since it's my business, I pick days that I work from home. I have, let me call them my support system in the face of my husband, my in-laws. I have both in-laws staying with me, but my mother-in-law, my father-in-law lives with us. So when I do school drop-off in the morning, I go off to my business. My husband picks up at 3. Takes his break in his office is closer to where we live, just a bus stop away. So he takes his break. Instead of taking his break between 12 and 1 or 1 to 2, he has stated with his office that my break will be 3 to 4. So he picks up his children 3 to 4 and rush back to the office and closes 5 or 6 thereabouts, then start coming. So I try as much as I can that I don't allow the business time to drop into family time. I say I ensure that I come home and make dinner. There are days that I'll be very tired and I'll have to beg my mother-in-law, Grandma, please, can you just make us? Like tonight that I'm here now, she's busy making a for us, even though the
please, Grandma, send some over. That's my favorite. Husband is proud of me. I don't swallow like any swallow. I'm allowed. Forever.
Then come and patronize us at Star Foods, please.
I beg, tell Grandma to send some to my good here. I love for that. Thank you, Grandma. God bless you, ma'am. God bless you.
You're welcome.
I like the word that you use. I like the word that you use, that family time shouldn't trickle into business time. So you create, everybody knows what role to play. And massive thank you to Mr. Olatoye for supporting, and trying to share the schedule. That's awesome, awesome. It's like they say, when a man allows a woman to fly, he also will fly higher. Yeah, everybody can fly. The sky is wide enough, so there's no competition. It's complementary. There's no competition anywhere. It's complementary. That's amazing. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So Sheyifunmi, let me ask, if I now jump back to Bimbo. Let me ask again. You're a woman leading, can I use the word conglomerate? Leading conglomerate and all that. And you have staff, do you have those customers or staff that look at you and be like, hello, who is this young girl? Do you get such feedback from staff, internal or external, for customers or from staff trying to look at you and say, you're still a young girl now, girl? Number one, it's even the fact that you're even young, and they're like, hello, can't just be.
At least now, I remember when I used to be very tiny and like slim like that. I've had clients walk into my office, and there was an incident actually. A client was in the office, and he met the secretary, and the secretary was like, I want to see the lawyer here. And she said, I was on her table, I was trying to give her instruction, but I was like, this is my madam. The staff was like, excuse me? I'm asking of the boss in this place. The staff got angry, was defensive, was like, excuse, what do you mean? You walk into my office and ask of my boss and say, this is my boss, and I say, excuse you. And they excuse you too. I was like, oh, okay, calm down. So what do you want? You can't be the boss here. But now, thank God about it. At least this is when I hear people call me madam, I'm like, so I'm not madam, because it used to be very embarrassing. There are days we walk into offices and like, this is who we have. They're like, okay, can you just inform your boss that this is that? Okay, fine, I'm the boss. If you have anything to say, let me hear you. So I've had issues, and I've had staff that I've employed that look down on my capacity, a lot of them. Because I have this training training leadership in a way that I don't do everything myself, even though I can do it. you are here. By the time you leave here, I want you to be better off. I don't intend to retain everybody for life. I have a staff now that is spending almost 5 years with us. I'm already telling you, look for somewhere bigger to go. We are a growing organization. You can't just stay here. Move forward. I pushed him to have his master's. It's on his mind. Immediately it's concluded, I will tell him, bro, spark your load. Go move forward. I don't want to bury anybody here. Fine, it might be productive to me, but I am not selfish. So I've asked staff that like out there. In fact, that was my secretary. When I say do this, she will look at me like, excuse me, you are the age mate of my younger sister. So what's my business? You apply for a job, you are qualified, and you have to do the job. If not, you are not going to get paid. Yes. So I've had issues like that several times, but over time, I try to just let them know that, see, I don't have to say it especially that I'm the boss, but actually I am the boss. If I am not, if there was a day I have to make a statement.
Please say that one more time. I don't have to say that the boss, but actually I am the boss. So
I am the boss. So recently I used a statement for them. I was like, see, if the way you are talking to me now, as if I don't know what I'm saying. I think what I'm saying is not possible. If I am that foolish, I would not be leading and controlling 4 companies. You should know that I am not a stupid person that can manage 4 companies. So excuse me, do what I asked you to do. Get out there and get your job done. So
I like that. So it's about capacity. I don't care. The fact that you came here for employment and I'm here, I'm the boss. So just do your job and let's face the job. It's all about the job. No gender harassment and all that. Fantastic. Because I'm 100% sure you get a lot of that, a whole lot. Not even just because of the African environment, even abroad, even overseas. The fact that you're young and you're female, people just tend to look at it. Like some people even think that maybe it's a man behind the whole success story. Maybe there's one man sponsoring the whole thing, not knowing that a lot of young girls have skills and intelligence, and it can be whoever they want to be. I'm not even sure if it's finalized right now, but I know Ojo Iweala is going to be the first. I don't know if it's finalized.
I think it's finalized.
Yes. And I'll be breaking the ceiling. Yeah, that's breaking the ceiling. Awesome to all the young women doing great work out there. We hail you guys. Keep going. Don't listen to the noise in the crowd. Just keep doing what you love to do. And let God keep blessing you. Fantastic. Thank you, Seyifunmi. I like that. But let's also balance it up. I'm sure you've also gotten good feedbacks of people saying, you're a young girl and motivated. Just like the man you met, the chairman of that company that told you, go back and keep doing what you're doing. So let's balance it up. It's not as if it's all like fighting women.
No. I've had people, there is one of our clients that has given us the highest number of referrals of clients. And what we always say that the fact that you are young and you can do this much, I will speak for you anywhere. I will speak for you anywhere. And he will go around, dress up in his house and say, I want to go and see somebody on your behalf now. This person has this thing and I know he needs your service, but he doesn't want to agree with me. I'm going to his house. I'm going to talk. So just because he said you are so young and you are so bold, you are so confident, you know what you want and like that. So I've had.
I like that. God bless him. God bless him. God bless him. That's awesome. Thank you, Seyifunmi. Thank you. Because I've heard it a lot of times, and I even heard it from older men, younger men, and say that what you're doing is motivating, inspiring. Keep going. Keep being strong. So regardless of all the negative noises, know that there are some positive people out there watching you and hailing you behind the scene, and so that should encourage you. That should keep you moving. Abimbola, let's say this part. Are you thinking of moving, diversifying? What do you think that diversify into beyond, merchandising? Is there any other thing that you have in the cooler? Is there any other thing we should look forward to hearing from you?
Creative wise.
Okay.
Creative wise, for now, I'm just sticking with what I have now.
Okay.
But something
okay.
I've been looking into diversifying into other businesses.
Okay.
Not from the creative standpoint of what I do now, production or whatever.
But still in the world of
sports.
Totally out of it.
No, something totally out of it. I've always been of the mindset that you can't call Waja. Sorry for those that don't understand.
But only goes in the same direction.
Exactly.
I don't get confused. I'll be like, which road am I going? Let me just lead. that same direction of
Yes.
success. That's the most
Yes,
important.
exactly.
So
So
let me ask you. Tell me the principles that have worked for you. You mentioned one which you learned from one of your great friend and brother, Siomane Alashoke, which is
yes,
customer service.
customer
You know,
service. Yes.
everybody must be happy. What other
Yes.
principle has worked for you on this journey of entrepreneurship?
Uh, Passion must drive you. Passion
Hmm.
must drive you. If you don't, if you don't wake up every morning and say, okay, I love what I do, I enjoy what I do. Let's forget love. I enjoy what I do.
Hmm.
I don't have to get paid to do what I do because I enjoy doing it. For me, that's always the number one thing.
I
You have
like
to
that.
enjoy what you are doing.
What you do. I like that. I
Let's
like
just say you don't make money off it. Do you enjoy doing it?
that. Hmm.
Is your what you do, is it just profit driven? If it's, I always tell people, if you're always in it to make money, I don't think it would last. You might make all the money, but I mean, at some point you get tired and
True.
always want to do something else. But if you enjoyed what you
What you're
do,
doing. Have passion. Love what you're doing.
love what you do, yes,
I
then
like
quality. I would tell
quality.
people, no matter what, I can't compromise. I prefer not to make money than to let me
Mm.
find shortcuts and no. I don't know if other people are like that, but my conscience they bite me. So
You supposed bite you. You
I
supposed
won't
bite
even
anybody. Yeah, that's me.
I won't feel myself if I do something that I know is less quality. I won't feel myself. So many times, even if I know it's up to quality, but the customer doesn't like it because they already have a particular idea of what I can do or what standard I should, I would I would ask for, okay, send it back. I'll fix a new one, and don't worry. Delivery, the product, I will sort it out. It's not a problem, because
Yeah.
for me,
We've had
if
that encounter. I can
we've
testify.
yes, we have,
Testify.
yes, we have
We've
exactly. So
had
I
that
mean,
encounter. Well
it's
done,
very
Bimbo.
true.
So
It's very
let
yeah,
me just ask you one more time before I now go to Shefumi, then we'll round off.
yes,
So in this journey,
yes.
has there been any time that you just feel like this environment, now we're talking about Nigeria, where we all know that it's not easy for entrepreneurs.
Yes, yes.
Has there been any time that you feel that there's something that you need to change in this environment? What is anything you feel you can change in your journey of entrepreneurship in the environment that you live in?
Okay. There's one issue. I don't know if I should be saying this, but there's one issue that
Be political about it.
that's what I'm taking my time. That's what I'm taking my time. There's one issue that has been bugging me for years, and
Mm,
that is the Nigerian sports system.
I like that. Mm.
The Nigerian sports system is really shallow and is really, I'm looking for the right words to use.
No, shallow is enough. It's
Mm.
just
It's
because
sad, to
I
be honest.
understand what you mean so well. By using the word shallow, anyone will understand where you're
Mm.
coming.
It's
And you,
really
because
sad.
like you said, you just feel that we can do something much better, much
Much
deeper.
better. I mean,
Mm.
and I'm not just talking about,
What ways do you think we can do something much better?
there's the angle of merchandising. You really don't see Nigerian sport teams merchandise anywhere.
Wow. Wow.
There are so many times I've gone to some football clubs, and I don't just mean amateur clubs. I mean actual NPFL teams. That's the first division teams in Nigeria. I've gone to a
Yes.
few of them, and I'm like, okay, this is what I do. This
Mm.
is what you can offer.
So far.
I can get you more exposure. Even though I want to make money, yes, but I can get you more exposure because I know that this is a market that hasn't been tapped into.
Mm.
And they will charge me, wanting to help you and help myself. You will still charge me again for wanting to give you exposure and give your merchandise exposure to help you make money. You will charge me to take the products that I want to sell. Then when I sell it, I will still give you a particular. I mean, and
I understand you perfectly.
it's not just the Nigerian clubs.
Nigerian
Even the
Nigerian.
even the NFF too. Even the NFF too is But that's why I said I don't want to. Let's just leave it there. Let's just leave it there.
I know. I am sure everyone that loves sports so much understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from because the fact that we can these clubs that we are promoting their jerseys, wearing their jerseys here in Nigeria
Exactly.
are local clubs. They are not like they're clubs there.
Exactly.
So we should be able to do same for our local clubs, the shooting stars, the Warri people, all these Wolves and all that. We should be able to wear their jerseys, and all that. And it is really painful that you had this encounter and
Yeah.
all they see is just opportunity to get fund, not opportunity to promote the nation and what.
Even when it comes to the management of the sides, and
But
that's another part.
I believe you can't do something about it. Advocacy is part of it, which I think you're already doing. The advocacy for it should keep going on. You don't have to be in the system, to change it. So while you wait to get into that system, keep advocating. I've had great football, national football players, ex-players come on the show, and sincerely, the month of October on this show was meant to be to celebrate the Nigerian sport, which we've been doing. And that's one of the reasons why we even, watched out for you to be on the show, because we know you're in this business. So you are in the angle of the sport business, and that's why we have you on the show. So it's something I love sports, I love football, I'm a huge fan. And it's something I know that with advocacy, we can keep speaking the right thing, which the youth of today are doing. And we are grateful for each every one of them. Thank you, Bimbo. Thank you so much. Okay, for me, as we round off, let's round off with you. So as we close, what are the things that you offer with tax chambers, tax investment, credit, and the tax fixing?
Yes. All right, Tag Chambers is a law firm, a corporate commercial law firm, and we offer our services basically to corporate organizations and some individual, their family matters. It's a fast-growing firm, let me say, and that's what Tag Chambers does. For our Tag Fixit is a segment of Tag Chambers actually, because it's a facility management. For properties, you want to renovate your house, you need handy services, you have problem with your house, you need property management, we do that. And that's what Tag Fixit is all about, fixing things for homes and offices. Not just, you might not set up your office, you don't have an idea of what, you have an idea, but you don't know how to execute it. You can call us in, we do that for you. And for Tag Foods, that's a food processing company. We have our Tag Pando and our Tag Lions. This is Pando, a very affordable one. We know that I'm from Ekiti State, but because of Lagos life, we can't pound as much as we really want to. So this saves us and give us good dish per day. And for those on diets or probably diabetic patients, our grandmas and grandpas, or let me say
everybody should be living nutritional.
Yeah, because we consume so much of carbohydrates already in Nigeria.
Yes,
generally, it's a good swallow meal that will save you all the carbohydrates and all the fats. And then we have our Tag Credit Investment. This is a business that we started under the COVID issues, that we realized how people want to get access to food. When this issue of daily market for food started, you realize that I need this and I can't get it today and all that. Even when you try to get online, it's so expensive. We give you at what we buy at the closest market to you. And then the interesting part is that you can buy it on credit, pending where you get paid as a salary earner, or you are a restaurant operator or a canteen, or you are a caterer. We supply all foodstuffs apart from perishable goods. So you can call us anytime. We drop at your doorstep.
So all your social media handles, they can access you via
we have Tag Chambers for Facebook and Instagram. We have Tag Foods for Facebook and Instagram as Tag Foods. We have Tag Credit Investment for Facebook as Tag Credit Investment for Instagram. And we have Tag Fixit Services for Facebook and Tag Fixit Services as Tag Fixit Services for Instagram. So you can follow us on all our pages, and if you need to call us, 081 08121421471.
We'll also share, we'll also display some of it on the screen. Thank you, Seyifunmi. Thank you so much. As we round up with you, what solution, because I believe so much in solutions. We all know the problems, they are huge, they're massive. What do we do about it? What solution do you think you would want to change in the economy, whether in business or social wise, anything? What do you think you would want to change?
The major solution I'm focusing on right now that is pushing me to achieve all of this that I'm trying to achieve is that looking beyond yourself. You need to look beyond yourself. Look beyond the food you want to put on your own table, beyond the car, the nice car you want to drive, or the beautiful house you want to live in. Look beyond your life. Look into how you can do something to make this
for others,
the entire world better. It's not only just about Nigeria. Look what you can do for somebody else to want to sleep at night and say, "Oh, thank God I met this person," and that's just it for me. So
awesome.
far, you know that
a fantastic way to round it up. Yes, thank you so much, Seyifunmi. Look beyond you. Don't be selfish. Try and understand that there's another life out there beyond your circle of life. Bimbola.
Sorry, can I say hello to my secondary school junior that is eyeing me over there? I can see great one. Thank you,
Joy. Thank you, Joy. We'll see you, Joy. Please stay tuned on the show. Always watch the show every Friday. We'll come online for 7 p.m. on my Facebook, and the replay is on YouTube on Aderonke Onikbete. I have Bimbo. Thank you so much, Boo. Thank you for coming on the show. You know, I appreciate you so much. Bimbola was the one that gave out the jersey.
Sorry, I didn't say hi.
That's all right.
Right.
Hi.
2 weeks ago, Bimbola gave out the jersey to our quiz winner, Abiodun Adeleke, and it's been delivered. Mwah! Beautiful jersey. Very classy.
We love you.
Anything. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Bimbo. I really appreciate you. Bimbo, you can reach him on TSG Arena on Facebook and on Instagram. He has lovely jerseys for babies. Have you seen those jerseys for babies? Oh, yes. I saw them. Yeah. So cute jerseys for babies, for baby girls, for baby boys. It was just cool. I have closed shop. You know, it was just so lovely. I almost bursting to get one or two. And I think I should get for someone on the show, for someone that just had a baby that is very consistent. So we should get a jersey for a baby girl or a baby boy. If you are pregnant and you just put to bed and you watch Aderonke live show, you can answer all my questions. We should get a jersey for you, for your daughter or your son on the show. Yeah. Thank you, Bimbo. Reach out to Bimbo, TSG Arena, Instagram and Facebook, and for TagGroup, tag TAG, tag TAG, tag Fix It, tag Chambers, tag Credit, and tag Food. And these guys are amazing. How wonderful to have you guys on the show. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you, Oluwaseyifunmi. Someone said that they love your name and that you should not cut it to always call it complete. That's a beautiful name. Thank you, Bimbo. So glad you guys honored. And thank you so much. Thank you. Please keep sharing the love. Like people said. Keep speaking, Bimbola. Keep speaking. Keep speaking. Keep speaking. Shout out to your lovely wife. Shout out to Olga at the top and the 2 baby girls. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful evening. I will call. Thank you for being online. Thank you, guys. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Thank you so much, everyone. Can you see the screen? That's the business that we have. This young lady and this young man have been doing. Oluwaseyifunmi has been the lead partner with Tax Chambers, Tax Food for your food, the poundo food powdered, so you can just make it very easy to make the poundo food. The one that is for the poundo flour for amala, yes. And there's the diet one for those on diet. Everybody should be careful what we take into our body. And another amazing one is a tax fix it. A lot of us have issues with plumbers, with carpenters, with mechanics and all that, trying to fix a new office or reconstruct their house. You don't want to go to the rigor of being the one to call. These guys at Tax Fix It will do that for you. We call all the vendors and put them together. Don't worry about the cost. Their fees are not high, very moderate. You just pay for their own service. And of course, the tag credits for those that are into catering services, they're into the food business. They will get you the food supplies, and at the end of the month, when you've made your sales, you can pay them with little interest, which you have both agreed together. Customize. Your food supplies could be any kind of food. Just share with them what you do and what your challenges are, and they will see where to come in. And of course, the tax chambers is the legal law firm where they share, where they give you the services that you need for property management, for company lawyer, for being your company secretary, to help you draw contracts, agreements. Everyone needs this. So I'm not sure if you know that. Everyone needs to have a lawyer. It's very key. Before you sign that contract, before you sign that agreement, you must have a lawyer. Go through with it. Why spend so much to redeem what you could have saved? It doesn't worth it. So they could be on retainership with you, and it could be a one-off service. So thank you guys for coming, joining us on the show to encourage these young entrepreneurs. We are in the mood to celebrate the young Nigerians. They've been speaking for us. They've been fighting for us, for the new Nigeria that we all deserve. And truly, truly, they need to be celebrated. The reason why we have Abimbola Ashimolowo and Oluwaseyifunmi Oladimeji-Olatoye on the show. We'll join you guys next week again, coming your way. We still do your product service marketing for you. If you're interested, just like we have on the screen, we'll appreciate to have you on board and to share your business growth with you. So you can have a replay of this show on Aderonke Onipede on YouTube. You can watch the replay. Please subscribe if you are yet to. And like we say on the show, the day you wake up to your dreams is your morning, regardless of the age. You can see Abimbola. He said he doesn't even know whether school went through him or he went through school. He shall know he went through school. But after he left school, he got his wits together and he was able to walk, to run, and now he's flying. And you can do same. Or maybe you are like Oluwaseyifunmi. You've had it all sorted. You're the clean girl, the good girl, the church girl, and you keep going, keep being consistent, staying, grant you your heart desire. It's been amazing to everyone that made it happen for these guys. Oluwaseyifunmi's friend Victor that told him to go and launch our own business. Abimbola gave some shout out to all his friends too that were his mentors. One of them came online, Yele and Oluwatobi. Shout out to you guys too, and to all my friends on Aderonke Live Show. To every one of you, shout out to every one of you for staying tuned. We'll be back by God's grace next week. Peace unto our land, peace back to Nigeria. We pray for peace in every home. We pray for peace in every heart. For those that lost a dear one during this crisis, we ask for restoration. We ask that the healing hands of the Almighty God will come upon you. We ask that the Lord will comfort you. All that you've lost in your business, for those that their businesses were looted, we ask Almighty Jehovah to restore you, to give you sales that you've never had. This 2020 has been so hard for a lot of people. But we believe God, we believe Jehovah that before the end of this year, there will be a mighty wind of restoration. The rivers will flow again and our streams will be wide awake for everyone to drink from. There will be enough, no more loss upon this land, no more bloodshed. The Lord will redeem Nigeria. The Lord will redeem our country in the mighty name of Jesus. Have a lovely evening, everyone, and God bless you. Bye.